Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans. And today for Sunday journaling, we're going to set up some journaling pages. So as you can see, I got a lot of stuff on my desk and we're going to use these items to set up some pages in advance so that it makes it easier for me to journal when it's time for me to journal. So guys, stick around. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I've got a lot of stuff here. I've got some washies. I have some more washi. I have a lot of washi. I have stickers. I have stuff from Mandy Lynn Plans, her stickers, plus some older washi that I thought would pull together well because it's summer. I've got summer washi. I've got washi from the washi tape shop. I have a journaling kit that I've pulled out from Mandy Lynn Plans. I just got all kinds of stuff. Plus, I have some stickers. I'm not really sure where I got these. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. But I thought for the 4th of July, they would be good. And then I have some of these MDMU, I'm not sure, stickers, but anyway, they're kind you press on and you use those. I need to get my scissors over for those. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out the insert that I'm using right now. Now we're going to set this up and I may have to start a second journal. I don't know. And the reason is my goal this month is to journal every single day, and it makes it easier if my pages are set up. And I think too, if I go ahead and put the date at the top of the page, that's going to force me to use my journal also. So, guys, we're going to get started. Now, this is just something that I like to do. We're also, if I can, I'm going to talk to you about some other things like my fountain pens and that kind of thing. But as we're going, I will try to explain and tell you everything that I'm using as much as I know. And I'll tell you why I choose to do things the way that I do them. So there you go. I like decoration, but I don't like decoration to the point where I can't journal. So I'm a little bit different there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this here and go ahead and get started. And another thing I like to do is I kind of like to keep the colors the same, or like if I'm using a washi tape, use it on both pages, because sometimes I don't even use that page. I'm sorry. Sometimes I use this and then when I come to here, I want to use it again, but I don't want it to be matchy. I want it to be a little bit different. And sometimes when you're only using washi, it's kind of hard to do that. And so sometimes what I will do is I'll put it on the other side, just reverse the pattern, or I'll put it at the top and the bottom. This time I'm choosing to just reverse the pattern and put it the same way. So it's essentially the same, but it is just not in the same order. So this is the newest washi of the month from Mandy Lynn Plans. And I absolutely loved this pattern. And I'm really into green and gray, yellow and gray. I don't know. I just like, sometimes I cut it so short or go out just not enough, and then I need to just barely tear it, guys. So there we go. So this page, in essence, is already done. All I need to do is come up here and use July 2nd. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my pink pen. It's a darker pink than here, but it's okay. I'm going to put 2020 23. And I just like to draw a line across there, and then I will do the remainder of my journaling down below. Now, we're on to page 2. Sometimes, okay, so now I'm going to tell you, this is going to be page date 3rd and the 4th. And on the 4th, I know I want to use the red, white, and blue kind of tones. I didn't have any other washi tape that would match this other than the blue colorway. It's not even the exact colors, but we're going to use it. Now, I also, and I just finished telling you that I like to use kind of the same, but what I am going to do is for this side, I think I am going to use a combination of these 3 colors because they're really similar. They are the blue vibes. They kind of match together a little bit. But I really want to use these. And it's the only way, it's not the only way I can use them, but I do know that it's going to be the only time I'm going to use like the red, white, and blue combo. So we're going to go with this. So that being said, I am going to do, this is such a pretty pattern. I don't know, 4th of July also reminds me of the beach, and I think that's why I was kind of drawn to this one. There we go. And so on this one, I'm kind of turning the tape in a different direction. I'm going to move this over to the side. I do like to kind of mix it up some. For me, it just helps motivate me to journal when everything is set up and I can just come to a page and I need to start a sticky over there. Just go to that page and it's ready to go. All I have to do is just sit down and write. That to me just helps me so much. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I am going to take, because this is a very narrow piece of tape, and I think what I'm going to do to kind of carry some of this down to the bottom is I'm going to put a little roll down here. And that kind of brings some of the same to the top and the bottom. There we go. So the day 3, as far as I'm concerned, is ready. So now we're going to put July 3rd. Now we're going to switch out to my other blue. Now, both of these pens are my TWSBI Echo. I'm going to turn this and do 2023. I'm just freehanding just a line across there, guys. I can't draw a straight line. I don't care. It's okay. But as we go, I'll tell you a little bit about my fountain pens. I'm going to tell you that sometimes I absolutely love my fountain pens, and then I kind of get away from them. I don't know why. Sometimes I do. I think we're going to mix it up a little bit too and go this way for the 4th. But sometimes I get lazy and I just don't want to clean them, or I've cleaned them and I really don't want to think about getting them dirty. And oops, I don't want to think about getting them dirty and them being than having to clean them again. And so sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to give them a break for a little bit. And then I go on to something else. You know what else, guys? I just did my plan with me's, and I have some stuff here, and I may use some of this instead of this because this is kind of plain. I really don't have a lot, so I might use, to be honest, I might use some of those. Um, so honestly, that is why sometimes I kind of stop using my fountain pens once in a while. Now I'm going to tell you, I got the Echoes. I ordered the one Echo. I think it was in April or May. I think it was this one. Well, I know it was this one, but I think it was either April or May. And I used it and I fell in love with this pen. Now, it is a bigger nib than I like. I like a fine um, or an extra fine, but I'm finding I love in this Twisby that this is a medium nib and I love it. And this one is a fine, and there's not much difference between the two. I'm going to tell you, and I love both of these. This one I bought, yeah, they're both Echoes. This one I bought here locally, and I'll put that video up there. Um, it was my first out and about day in Wilmington, and I had so much fun. And I found a store that was new to me, and there you go. Now we're just going to decorate with the rest of these decorator pieces that I did not use in my plan with me, just so we can have a little bit of fun. Now the blues aren't the same, and I honestly don't care. That's just me. Um, you guys, you do what makes you happy. I want to hold off on that because I want to get some other pieces down before I get to that. And I think I want this one. I kind of like to keep things. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break with this, and I am going to go here, and I am going to put that there, and that's where we're going to put our July 4th. Just kind of make it a little different since it is. Let's see if we can kind of make a kind of collage or something right here. There we go. And then let's use this truck because this is a cute. Oh, we're going to put the truck down at the bottom. And guys, I really don't do a whole lot of thought to this. Sometimes my pages kind of look like it too. But sometimes I just want to just get out there and just, you know, throw some stickers down and, you know, just be done. Now let's go with this one. And now we can put this last little piece that we have up at the top. There we go. And now we've got our July 4th done. I just need to get my July 4th. And I'm going to do July 4th. 2023. So now we have created 1, 2, 3 pages. So I do like to give that a minute to dry. And now I'm going to show you this. Okay, so we're going to just jump in and let's do another one before I do a press on. I love these. I love the look of these, but I will say they do take longer. So I will probably do one more. Let's do the sunflowers, I think. And I think we will do this washi tape and the flowers and maybe this washi tape. Or maybe I only use that washi tape on that side. You know what we could do? We could do the no washi tape and do these kind of back and forth. Let's try that. I think that'll be fun. I've not done that. So let's try that. Experiment. I just kind of like to just sit down and journal and not have to think about what I've got to do before. Sometimes if I'm just really having a day of I don't want to say stress, but a day where I'm just tired or I've had a lot to do and I'm just done for the day. I don't want to have to sit down and figure out what I'm going to decorate my pages with. So I have found when I go ahead and do these for a few days, then it makes it so much easier for me to figure out what I'm going to do and just to sit down and just do it. Okay, I want these up at the top. Now I'm going to tell you what happens. We've got 2. Okay, so we're going to put this up here. And when I separate them like this, I end up with a gap. I don't know why. I'm going back and forth. Hopefully we won't end up with a gap. Let's see. Now with this one, I can tell you I'm going to have to pull out a different fountain pen because this one's going to be perfect for my Maui because it is inked in orange. And I just think it would be the perfect accompaniment to that. Okay, so let's get some more of these over here before we run out and we don't have anything to use. There. Now, whenever Amanda has a sale or, oops, Wendy, why did you do that? better. When Amanda is having a sale, that is when I try to buy a lot of these stickers because they're on sale. Yeah, I kind of had to fill in the gap. When they're on sale, I just go ahead and pick them up, and then I don't mind using a whole page just to decorate one page, one spread. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull out my Maui. I love this. This is by Esterbrook, and I have it filled with orange by Pilot Irashusky. I can't say that. Ink, and it is such a pretty blue. It is not blue. It's such a pretty orange. I'm like, it took me that long to figure out that I had said that wrong. So this is going to be 2023. And then we'll do that. And then this is going to be the 6th. And then we're going to do like that. And so this page is ready. And I find as long as I have a good amount on the sides, I'm good for the day. So there you go. So now we have the 5th and the 6th, the 3rd and the 4th, and the 2nd. So we're doing pretty good here, guys. I don't know how long this is going to take, and I hope we get a lot of them done and it doesn't take forever. Now, this is another thing that I will do. When I'm using the press-on, I like to kind of split up the elements because they have the same but different elements on both pages, so they're complementary. So I like to do like one element here. I could very well come up and turn this one and have it going over there. But in my mind, I'm liking it down here and then this one in the corner. And then I will place the other pieces in there. So now the pieces that I'm going to keep together, I just cut those out. And I feel like these are spaced accordingly the way I want them spaced. It really doesn't matter how I cut these. I can just really roughly cut these and not get anywhere close because it's only going to release the print that I pressed down. Okay, so I know I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut. I don't know if I'm in frame or not when I was cutting those, but I'll try to stay in frame. Now, the thing that I like about these is I don't know how to describe it, is when you use these, and I'll flip back and show you some pages where I have used these. So now this one, so it's got a natural flow for a corner. So I will fit those to where it fits right there in that corner, just like that. So that's where that one's going to go. Now, I can continue on with this here, or I can bring this here. But because I've got a piece going up there and coming here that looks like this, I'm going to take this and come down on that side. Guys, whatever your eye says to do, that's what you should do. So for me, once this is pressed down, I can get this up a little bit closer. So what I will probably do is bring it down similar to that. Now, I like this piece for here or at the bottom. I'm not sure, but one of the elements to this kit is this orangey yellow. So I do want to incorporate some of that, and I kind of lay it out as I'm going so I know what I want. So I think I am going to bring that in right here. And because I'm going to want something to fill up that space, I have, ooh, I can use this one. I don't have to use all of these at one time, and I tend not to. And I just put them in my book, and then when I need something else, I just go in and pull some of these out. So now once I get this down, I can go in there and kind of incorporate these together and make it one bigger thing. So we're going to do that. That means I've got to have some yellow orangey on this side. And I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to go, I don't know, we'll figure it out. The curve of this piece lends itself to being in a corner. And so I could bring it right here. That may be what I do. We're going to leave it there for right now. And let's see. I keep telling myself that one day I'm going to sit down when I have time and I'm just going, sometimes you just need to trim off some of this excess. And then I'm going to sit down and just cut out all these pieces. So all I have to do is incorporate them. So for me, I could just carry on this theme here, but I think I'm going to bring it up here and try to get something to kind of flow down, or maybe leave a little bit of a gap in there. I like to use the sayings when I can. I think I'm going to put that there. Okay, I think I see what I'm going to do. I think it's going to be easier to get this one. Okay, so I think I am ready to start using my stickers. And I think we're going to put a little bit of floral around that. Okay, so I still have this much left if I need to incorporate anything else. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do this one at the bottom first. First thing you do is you peel off that backing, and then, oops, again, this one has that natural border to it. So I think I am going to put that down. It will stick a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but it does kind of stick to it a little bit. And you just push. If my camera is shaking, guys, I apologize. But when you peel this up, it's almost like the sticker becomes part of the page. It's almost like it just melts right into the paper. And so I do that, and then I usually come back with my little pointy end and just kind of give it a once over. And then I try peeling it up. You can tell when you've got it all up because you can tell if it's not peeling up. See, I got a little bit right there that didn't. You just put it right back down. You can tell it if you get any resistance, then you need to just give it another little hit with your stick, and then you'll feel it just release. And that's it. Now, when you rub your finger over here, you really cannot tell. You feel a little bit of tug when you run it over, but it is smooth, just absolutely smooth. So when I'm putting two together like this, I put the biggest piece down first. So I'm going to put this where I want it to be, right here. Is it worth the extra work? Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can also see on the backing that there's nothing there. So now we've got that one. And so now I want to kind of incorporate this one to kind of fill up that little bit of a gap. And so once you get the big element in there, you can go back and place these little elements in there. And sometimes if you do them just right, they look like they were kind of a part of it. This one is not going to feel like it was part of it, but that's okay. I just wanted it to fill in this way. And it just kind of fills in that little corner. I like to work from the bottom up. You can do any way you want. Um, but I do like the effect that they give. And like I said, it just really, I don't know how it looks like on screen, but it really does feel and look like it's just part of the page, like it was printed on the page, I guess is the way you should say it, not that it melts right into it, because You don't have to push like, you know, trying to push it through the table. I tend to do that, but you don't have to. You just need to just kind of go over it really, press firmly. I have had some that I had to really, really, only one set that I had to really, really go back and forth on it a couple of times to get it to stay. Um, but again, as you pull it up, you will feel it's just like a little bit of tug. When you start to pull it up, you know you need to bring it back down. And go over it one more time. So you can really tell it. And so I'm thinking I'm going to do one here. And kind of go this way so it looks like it's kind of going up. These stickers I purchased from Yoseka Stationery in New York. I went online with them. Guys, I just saw these and I was like, oh my, I've got to have them. I don't know what it was, but they just kind of hit me on the day that I was looking at these. And I think it's because I remember back as a child, we used to have something similar to these. And I loved playing with those. There we go. So all I'm doing is trying to build up a border on this one. So on the night that I come home and I really thought I would really like to use the press on, you can see why I'm not going to sit down and do them if it's been a rough day. So for me, the more I can do ahead of time with these, the better it is. So now we've got a border down on the bottom. So now I'm going to turn this a little bit and come up here. And I'm going to start it. Sometimes I will do a border all the way around. Sometimes I just want hints of a border. That's what we're going for here today. It's just kind of a hint of a border. Now I'm going to tell you I have something that's causing a bulge in the center of this book. And so when I do that, I take this pointy end because it gets into all the little cracks. And that is helpful. Okay, so now I'm out of that. I'm trying to think in my mind which ink I'm going to like to use with this one. And I'm thinking I might like to use my pink Echo. There you go. Now, I know I want to put this quote right here. And then I think I'm going to go this way because that is a little bit smaller. I want to say the ones when we were kids came with like popsicle sticks and you would rub it down. Alrighty. And so I think we're going to go. Or maybe we should go that way. Let's try that. Yes, these are a lot more work. I will say that. I know I said it earlier, but I just absolutely love the way they look when they're down. And now let's just come out this way. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now we know that's going to go in the corner, but we know we want this over here. And see how it's got a little bit of stick? I find it's these little finer lines that are harder to get to stay down. So there we go. That's right on that border. And to finish it out, we're going to bring this one down. now we're ready to put this last little bit. Now what I'm going to do to make it easier on me is I am just going to trim around it a little bit. Now, honestly, with the orange that's in here, I could use my Maui, or I could use, oh, I could use my vanishing point because it's more of a um, lavender purple in there. Maybe that's what we'll use. There we go. So now we got all of those pieces on there, and we got us a page going. Now I just need to put July 6th, so we're going 7th. Kind of like the way that writing blends into. So this one is my vanishing point. And it's got Pilot ink. But in this one, they package some cartridges for Pilot that will fit. So I've just got one of those in here. So we've got that one. And then we're going to put July 8th. We're going to do it that way. So guys, moving right along. I think we're going to try to go through 15. I don't know if I have enough stuff out here to go that far, but we'll see. Once I do press-ons, I give it a break in between, and then we do something else. And I think I'm going to do one of my favorite things to do is, I love these little houses, guys. I don't know why, but I do. And so sometimes when I want to make it easy on me, I will do 2, and then I can do 2. Now, I will say, I trim around these because I don't like it when I am journaling and I hit the PET tape. I just don't like how it feels, and it just doesn't, your ink just doesn't um, write on this tape. At least I haven't found any yet that I have gotten that will write on it. And so I try to cut away as much of that tape as I can. And give it more of a rounded corner. If I can. Now, with this one, I'm probably going to go back to the blue because this is more blue based than, that's my little, than the any other color. Now I love the thinness of these. And I know I have to get over here really close. So that's what I'm going to do. These are really wide, so I really don't want to use a whole lot of anything else at the top, but I kind of thought maybe this sun across here would make it look like the sun coming down on the flowers. So we're going to do that, but this is fairly narrow, so it's not going to take up as much as the wide tape of the houses. I don't like to put the tape in that crease. To me, it just, I don't know, I just don't like it. It just makes the book harder. So I do take the time to stop and tear it, not go in that crease and carry it on. Okay, so we got that. Now let's cut these two apart. Sometimes when I'm cutting these out, I will try my best to round them as I'm going, so I don't have to come back and do as much rounding of the excess when I'm done. Alrighty. Now, do I want both those blue ones right next to each other? I think not. I think I'm going to separate them a little. So we're going to reverse them. Now, I did go over the edge. And I am going to tell you when I do that, I just cut it because there's no getting this back up. There we go. Just a smidgen over, but that smidgen would drive me nuts. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to commit to my blue because once you commit, you got to use that color. Oh, you know what? I think we're going to switch up one more pen, guys. One more pen. Now, this is my Sailor Pro Gear 2023. because I like this blue with these colors. And then we're going to go the 10th. Now, this one and the Maui. The reason I want that year on there is if I pick up this book, 3 years from now, I'm like, well, what year was it? So I always try to do that. So now we've got through July 10th. Now, these two pens I bought at the pen show in Durham, which was the research. I think it was the Research Triangle Pen Show, Raleigh Pen Show. I don't know, but it was in Raleigh, Durham. So I bought both of these there. I'm loving those. I just cannot tell you, but I just absolutely love those. Now, another one that I like to do is, oh, I didn't put my thing back on. I don't think I'm going to use that one right yet. I don't think I want to use that one. Not yet. I think I want to use this one. Now, this one, there's a couple of things that I like to do. Let me put my little storage tape back. Like I can use those two under one piece and they look good together. I don't like, because they're two different things, I'm not really sure. Now, ooh, I really like that one, but I really like that one. Okay, so we're going to use, we could do that one there. And that one there. That's what I want to use. I don't necessarily go right in order. You will see that. So I'm going to use that one. We're going to use that one because when I only cut off one, it's hard to get them back stored. But this one will fit there. Now, another element I could do is pull this one in because it's got that same flower. So a lot of times what I look like I'm creating havoc, but what I'm actually doing, these three all could be like little corner pieces. So I kind of just put these all back on here like this. And then I go on there like this. And then I'm good. Alrighty, so these are going fast. Now, the other thing that I like to do on these is I like to round the corners a bit, take off some of that excess. It's easier to see on this white background and not the PET. Now, I will say I have this particular one in the PET and in this white. I just absolutely love this one. But I kind of go back and forth between them. They're just so pretty when they're down. I just absolutely love these. And I know I could take my time and just get a lot closer. Guys, it's no. Patience is not my middle name. I'm just saying. These are so pretty. And so I like to put a little one up in the corner. Now this one is going to be fairly substantially big, but that's okay. And of course we're going to use the Maui for this one because of the orange. Here we go. For me, it's taking a little bit of time today to sit down and create the pages to make it a lot easier on me during the week. I'm going to use my Maui. And now my pages are ready. Okay, I think we can do one more because I want to use these hummingbirds. So this is the latest washi that Amanda sent out. And guys, the colors are just perfect for this. So we're going to do this way. And then we're going to turn it this way. And now we're going to go back and use the one with the foiling on this side. And the common denominator is this stripe. I'm going to clean up some of my scraps. I have found that for myself, I like to mix up my pages. so that everything is not the same thing every time, and I have a little variety. Oops, I tried to peel that one right in half, guys. There we go. And I want one more bird. There we go. And so now it just kind of feels like it's just coming off of that tape, and I'm good with that. And let's see. Trying to fill in some of the holes. And one more. And now it's just a matter of going back and placing things just to fill in gaps. And I think we're good. And I have a few pieces left, so we'll use that on another project. So now we just need to put our $13, $14, and let's see, what color are we going to use? Alrighty. So this is my normal routine is I just grab a lot of things and I sit down and I say, let's just get them set up, and I go. So let's go back and we'll flip through all the pages that we've set up. So we've got the second, the third, the fourth, the 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th, 9th and 10th, 11th and 12th, 13th and 14th. So we've got plenty of this. This will probably, well, it won't take us quite to the end of July, but it's going to get there pretty quickly. So that is what I do when I am setting up my pages. I thought I would show you some of more of these. Let me see if I can find pages that I've done that. We can just flip through and show you some of the ones that I have. I did not skip that one. Oh, because I didn't finish writing what I was going to write, and I just left it. So there you go. These here are those stickers or those press-ons. These are press-on. This is what I said was in the middle of one of my pages. These are press-on. As you can see, I just, wherever something just fits in my mind, that's where it goes. These are the press-on. And then we're to July 2nd. So we have this ready to go. I had also pulled these out. I definitely want to use these. I thought I would use these. That'll be for the next time. So there you go. But I think the other thing that I have learned is that if I keep pens that I am enjoying inked and where I can grab a hold of them, I'm going to show you that this is another one that I've got ink. This is a brown ink, and I could have used it with this one, but I really wanted to use my orange one. So this Decimo Vanishing Point is inked with brown. So I keep that one in this back pocket little there. Keep my next Vanishing Point here. I keep this one in the front one. And then here is where, this is where you can put like a lot of, something wider. But I just keep this one in there, and it can kind of hide a little bit because that one, I feel, this is my opinion. I just feel like it's a little more delicate. Then I just keep this zipped up, and I slide these two in here. And I just keep these in my purse. I keep them with my planner all the time. So when I leave to go in the morning, I throw these in my purse because sometimes I like to write in my planners and stuff when I'm at work. And so that's what I do. I have them with me. So this one will just stay tucked in the middle until I am ready to, and I've been keeping my dates right here, until I'm ready to use my journal. Sometimes when I'm at work, on lunch, I will pull it out and I will journal at work. But that is my go-to for keeping my stuff set and ready to journal. Sometimes I don't date them, but like I said, I want to journal every night in July. That is my goal. So I feel like by dating the pages now, it will help me do my journaling every day. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this journaling video. And if you do, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to hit that button for notifications, hit subscribe. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.